Hi there, welcome to Now You're Cooking. My name's Mike Fear, and today I'm going to do a German dish. It's called Himmel und Erde. Before I start that, I just want to tell you a few things that are going on around here. First of all, we have our second wine tasting in, 3 years? Something like that. That's coming up next Thursday. So we won't be doing our normal demonstration next Thursday. We will be having a wine tasting. Colleen from Sopo is coming in, and it's going to be some awesome wine. So come on in, join us. We'll be doing this from 5 until 7, and we will have a few nibbles and everything. Something else I wanted to let everybody know. I know you're probably well familiar with the main Maritime Museum. What an awesome opportunity for you to visit this month. Davenport group has basically sponsored free admission for everybody. So you've got no excuse not to go to the Maritime Museum, and there's some awesome things to see there. So no Louisa today, she's off in Philadelphia. So my daughter-in-law is from Germany, and from northern Germany, and when I visited there, one of the things we did is we went to Wittenberg, and we went to the museum to see Martin Luther. Some people think of Martin Luther. And we went to a potato restaurant, and there was something called Himmel und Erde. Himmel, most of you might know, means heaven, and Erde is earth, so it's heaven and earth. And why is it heaven and earth? Because apples are in the trees up in the heavens, and potatoes are in the earth, so Himmel und Erde. So it's a potato and apple dish. So I'm going to get right to it. Got some potatoes here. Starchy potatoes are good. I got gold potatoes. Russet potatoes would be good. Good OXO peeler is essential, and then you can just basically peel that potato, and this is easy peeling. This is easier peeling than a russet, so probably I picked the right potato. So I'm going to cut, and I've got 4 potatoes here. I typically go like around about 4 potatoes for 2 apples, or maybe it depends on the size of the potatoes. But and then I can actually cut these up, and a nice sharp knife. This knife's on sale. Come check it out. And as he promptly cuts himself. So I'm cutting the potato into pieces, and I'm going to pop all of this into a pot of boiling water. And this dish, by the way, is ideal to have in Germany with sausage, or Wurst, Knockwurst, or Bratwurst, and it's really good. But I tell you, I had it with fried eggs. It's a great breakfast dish. So sometimes you want potatoes, and to have the apples as well, it's just a great thing to have. And here I've just about got these cut up. And there's a couple of ways to do it. You can just turn it into like a mash. It's almost like you would do a mashed potato. And let me pop these right in here. And turn on my burner, so I've got some hot water going. And so you can sort of see how much potato I have here. By the way, these OXO, these are silicone, and they are wonderful for everything. For anything hot, it's fine. You're not going to melt it. And so there's a potato right into the water. Next thing, apple. Granny Smith's. I wouldn't worry too much about which one you get, but Granny Smith is a good one to do this with. So I'm saying that it's great with for breakfast. It's good with sausage, like a Wurst. So last night Betsy and Heather and Charlie and I had roast chicken, and we had it with a roast chicken. I thought, see how it goes with that, and it really was a great starch to have with the chicken. And then I've got here my apple chopper, and this is great because what it does is it cores and it chops it all at the same time, and so I can just discard the core, and then these pieces I can just throw right in with the potato. And we used to see who could get the longest peel, continuous peel from an apple. It's kind of a fun thing to do, and I'll probably now just go right ahead and break this peel just to demonstrate how incompetent I am. But no, it's going right so far. And good old Granny Smith. I've done this summer because we grow our own apples, and so I've got to grow some potatoes so I can say it's my own. Oops, there we go. I broke it. So there. Nice crisp apple. And again, just I'm going to basically core, and here's the core, throw that in there, and then the rest of the apple can go right in with the potato. And that's going to cook for 10-15 minutes maybe. And maybe not quite so long. I'm going to check it after a while. What you can do is you can mash. You can cook it really well, and so it'd be almost like having mashed potatoes. So the next thing I'm going to do, and this is something that's optional, but I kind of like a little bacon. In Germany, they refer to this as Speck, and so I've got some nice meaty bacon. It's got some fat, but you don't usually see it quite as meaty as that. I'm cooking it in my my non-stick pan. This is a Zwilling pan. It's got ceramic. I think that's probably enough bacon. I don't need to do a lot. This is a ceramic non-stick pan. It really does a great job. Nice little pan. So I'm going to let that cook away there. So we'll have some bacon in a minute. While all that is happening, I'm going to move to onion. And my onion, I want to actually have sliced. I'm going to caramelize, and just going to get all the. And what sort of onion you use? I don't know, you get that onion flavor. You don't need to worry too much about it. I've decided I'd get a white onion. I tend to use white onions a lot because I like the color, or the lack of color, I suppose. And there we got it pretty well peeled. And this is another little fun gadget. And it's like an all-in-one dicer. Comes from OXO. And take it apart. The lid is what I'm going to grate into. Earlier today I was grating some cheese, so that goes in there and I could make cheese. This one, it slices and it cuts. It's like a julienne type thing. This is a coarser. I did potato with this actually this morning. What I'm going to use today is the mandolin piece. So we've used this for many demonstrations over the years, and I've somehow or other lost the little handy dandy piece that stops you from cutting your fingers. And just turning the bacon. Non-stick pan, this is good, silicone tongs. So, yeah, bacon's coming along nicely. So, I can risk life and limb by just slicing away like this. That's okay to start off with, but pretty soon I'm going to be, it's going to be a mess. So what I recommend, and I think everybody should have a glove. Pop this pup on, and basically this glove will prevent me, and I can use it when I'm grating, I can use it when I'm slicing. So here I go now. I can do this, and I'm not going to worry that I'm going to cut my fingers because I have a protective glove. These come in pairs, actually. It's not a left and a right. They're multi, and so you can see I get right down. I'm not really worried about it. I've got to that part. I think that's good, and everything else is cooking well. Here I have my onions, nicely sliced. Look at that, beautiful. And I'm just going to cut them a little bit more. Check the bacon. It's coming along nicely. Okay. So I have cooked the bacon whole like this, but you can cut it up first and then cook it. I'm going to cut it up in a minute. What's kind of nice about this, I've got some nice bit of bacon grease, and in a moment I'm going to caramelize the onions in this pan, and see that in just a second. Just as soon as I've got that cooked. What I can check too is how are my potatoes and apples. They seem to be pretty good. The apples tend to float to the top. Potatoes still a little bit. Now, if I cook these a little more, it's going to be fine. If I cook them too much, they'll mash and it'll be just like a mash. But I do like to cook them to the point where they're not quite there, because then I can actually fry the whole mess and have a little bit of caramelization of that too. So let's see what we've got here. Look at that bacon, nicely cooking up there. Okay, I think that's almost there. I'm going to fish a potato out to see how I feel about that. I think I am. And no, it's still plenty. Still needs to cook a bit more, so that's good. And the bacon is pretty good. Because it's a little thicker, I'm going to cook it a bit more. And I probably should turn on the fan. Turn it to its quietest setting. When you come in tomorrow morning, it'll smell like fried bacon. So pull the bacon out. Set that over here. Now I'm going to throw the onion in. And caramelize the onion. Turn it down a bit. I want to kind of caramelize it. I don't want it to be all crispy. If I can possibly help it. So there we go. That's doing nicely. Let's see how my potatoes are. Now this is a regional dish in Germany. You know that Karen, who works for us, is from Germany, and it's not from her. It's not actually from her neck of the woods, and but she's heard of it. She's traveled north, I'm sure, in Germany. And okay, the onions are turning a nice color, and again, that bacon grease will give it a nice bit of flavor. I think the potatoes and apples are pretty much done, so what I'm going to do now is pick them up, and I'm just going to strain them right there. So turn off that pan, and okay. So actually what I'll do is I'm going to move that to there, shut that one off. So the potatoes the apples are nicely cooked. The potatoes still could use a little more, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to right now pop them back in the pan, but I'm going to put a daub of butter in there. There we go. And you know, you could easily do bacon fat for this. And get that going. And again, you can sort of see that the potato is soft, but it's not quite mashable. It's the knife sticks into it easily. So now what I'm going to do is, this is nice and drained, and now I'm just going to pop it right in there. And we can hear it sizzling away. And meanwhile, we've got it all going on here. And turn down the onions a bit, let them sizzle away. We'll let that crisp up there, and now we just nice sharp knife again. Probably I should have the glove on this hand now, but when you're cutting, turn your finger ends away so that the knife is up against the knuckles, and then you're less likely to take a finger off. And there we go. Some nice bacon parts there, speck, and see. So this is kind of more like a fried potato with apple, which I really like, and so I try to undercook the potatoes, but it's really easy to just mash it and just have it's like a mashed dish. So Himmel und Erde, heaven and earth, tastes like heaven down here on earth. I love it for breakfast. I'll serve it with a fried egg. So other things to put in there, I like to put in a little sugar, and I'm just going to put I just put in a teaspoon of sugar. Okay. Some salt, which oh, there it is up there. I'll take my glove off before I hurt myself. Put some salt in there. Put some pepper in there. And last but not least, nutmeg. And it would be good if I took the lid off the nutmeg. There we go. Perfect. Nothing like fresh nutmeg. And a little bit of color on the potato. And now what I do is find my bowl. And we're going to turn that right out into this bowl. Here it is. And last we're going to, could you answer it? We're going to take and serve the onions over the top. There we go. Can you answer it, Karen, please? Oh, Lord. And then bacon. And here you go. This is, you could try it with the turkey. It is great with sausage. And I think you've got Himmel und Erde there. So remember, next week, no demonstration, but be here for wine tasting. And we look forward to seeing you in the store soon.